comments. Okay, now it's preparing. Okay, we are live on both. So I'll be doing the card readings today for Magical Mondays, as well as talking about the total lunar eclipse. Now, if you've been feeling quite emotional or even out of sorts, and that's because the total lunar eclipse just intensifies the energy. And we're really in the thick of it, because with any eclipse season, it's like a 6-week period. And plus, last week, on the 30th of October, Mars went retrograde. And what that means is that it's bringing up a lot of anger. So Mars is all that push and aggression and that type of energy. Mars is like, charge, we're coming forward. And so if you are feeling frustration or anger with the Mars retrograde, that will be why, is because when it's retrograde, it's actually amplifying the energy, and depending on where it is in your chart, you may be feeling it more intensely than others. So how are you feeling? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you would like a card reading today. And so the full moon is really this full moon, because it is a total lunar eclipse. Thanks for the love hearts. Thanks for watching, Dr. Panav. And it just amplifies the energy. Okay, so what does this mean for you? And check your birth chart to see where you are at on your astrological journey. And I talked about this in my recent November newsletter, and I went more into a little bit more detail, but there's a lot of information on there, so you can look it up, download your birth chart, and also see where Taurus is on your birth chart, because this lunar eclipse is in Taurus. And so, and this full moon and total lunar eclipse in particular is all about closures and completion, culminations and endings. So if that's happening in your life, that's the energy right now. That can look like relationships. It could look like jobs ending or moving into new areas. It could be cleaning up old patterns, old programs, old behaviors and beliefs in your life that are no longer working for you. And that's what we look at and burn in the meditation tomorrow night. So depending on your time zone, you're welcome to join me online or in person. And also, I mentioned this last week, and in October, the energy has been building. Now, if you can imagine, it's like this huge, well, the earth is also, the energy is being building. So that can look like volcanoes erupting. It could look like hurricanes, cyclones. There's a lot of new different weather patterns, floods, fires all around the world. And so depending on which country you're living in, you've noticed, the weather changes and the patterns that are happening, because the Mother Earth is also cleansing and purging and letting go of anything that needs to be let go of, and cleansing. So after any storm, after any eruption, well, then there is like a rebirth. So see it as that, as a rebirth. And also in regards to relationships and how you're relating to one another, because Mars is, all that pushing, be careful on how you respond or react to people, and if you are being triggered by others, because there could, be a little bit of conflict if you're feeling that. And that's where, the anger or the triggers or the frustration. And thanks for the love. Thank you. And also issues of control and jealousy or possessiveness. So just check in if you're surrounded by anyone around you in your immediate circle, where they're putting demands on you or they're putting expectations on you, whether that's a friendship or a colleague or a relationship, whatever it is. I'll leave that up for you to just tune in to what is going on for you. And if it doesn't feel safe, obviously remove yourself from the environment. But also there's a lot of drama and chaos going on the planet. And this is where we have a choice to remove ourselves. And that could be, i.e., the media, stop listening to the news, and stop buying into all the stories out there and buying into all the chaos. And there's so much going on. But if you are hooked into it, it will actually bring your energy down. So especially during this time, it's really important for you to be kind and gentle with yourself, lots of self-care, lots of self-love, and nurture and nourish you. Like yesterday, I went to City Cave and I had a magnesium float, and that's where you're just floating in a pool of magnesium salt, and it's so nourishing for your body. Because most humans are lacking minerals, and magnesium being one, and potassium and sodium chloride. There's a lot of different minerals that people are lacking and they don't even realize it. So nurture and nourish you, and lots of self-care and grounding. Grounding is so important right now. So going out bare feet on the grass, connecting with nature, connecting with the trees around you, and plus doing a grounding meditation. And we'll include that in the meditation tomorrow night, and really grounding. Or even breath work is really helpful. Anything to help calm you down, okay? And just be aware of when you're being hooked into the drama and the chaos out there, or the external circumstances or situations, and you can feel it energetically within yourself, because your energy will be very scattered, and it actually takes away your power. So be aware of who you're giving your power away to, or if or other people trying to take your power. Okay, so and like I said, because Mars is retrograde, be very careful with your conversations and how you are communicating with others right now. Now, Mars will be retrograde until the middle of January next year. So just keep that in mind. And the energy right now with the eclipse will be intense. And, it can be intense like for the next 6 months. And as we've experienced the last couple of years, has been hugely intense. So also more on the planets and astrologically, Jupiter, which is also impacting this lunar eclipse, and what that means, it's on the world axis. So everything that's happening around the globe is all dictated with what the planets are doing. So that's where, you know, if you've never looked at astrology, well, there's an actual science behind it, as well as a lot of predictions and what the energy is doing and how it's playing out on the planet, and with our governments and systems and financially. And yeah, so what's happening right now is quite interesting. So we'll see how that plays out as well. And I mentioned this in my last newsletter, is when things are coming to the surface, it's like a rebirth. It's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. And that's what's happening for us all right now. If you choose, if you're on that path to ascension, it's like we're all rising up out of the chaos and the rubble, and the phoenix is rising. So just see that as a good thing. It's a rebirth, and it's a very positive new beginnings, and what we're doing is creating heaven on earth. So it's very exciting, and that's what we're all here, you know, to upgrade and ascend. And okay, so the card that I chose today for the collective, and this is very interesting, it's called the Miriam, and the message is: choose to forgive in order to heal and see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Like I said, because Mars is retrograde, and this is where it, you know, you may come across as frustrated or angry. It's like, choose to forgive, and really that's so important for all of us, to look at all relationships in your life, and who do you have conflict with right now? Who is triggering you right now, and who put them on a forgiveness, you know, do a forgiveness process, and let me know if you would like help with that. So the extended message is: there is a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Miriam are here, swirling their holy light all around you, so that you can regain a sense of union with spirit. You are loved beyond words. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything, and to love without boundaries. Honor others and honor yourself with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness, and choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. Well, that's perfect. It just sums up what we were just talking about. Okay, with all this eruption of energy and the intense energy that's being brought to the surface right now, is just know that there is light coming to the world, and also to look at any areas that are erupting in you, and that's bringing up a lot of emotion. Remember, any emotion is just energy in motion, and you can shift it. So I was talking to a client who was talking about, you know, she was in pain, stomach pains, and just feeling completely, you know, sick and other, you know, things. And as I just reminded her, is that it's just energy, and she knows. She's an intuitive as well. She actually does reading. So it's just move the energy, okay? And we are all energy, and anything that we are feeling in our physical body, we can actually just shift it. And that goes for any emotion, any illness, or any disease or ailment. And believe me, you know, I've healed myself of cancer and autoimmune and other things over the years. And it all came down to my emotional state and what I was thinking and what I created. And I take full responsibility for what I created. So if you are feeling pain in your body, well, you can heal it. And I really empower you to really look within. If you need help with that, reach out and we can do a session and I can help you to take back control and take your power back and stop giving your energy and power to whatever the ailment is. So, who would like a card reading? Let me know in the comments and I will got a few different decks here. And anything that, if you are feeling, any, depression, health challenges, any trauma, anything that's going on emotionally for you, know that it's a combination of the energy, and what's coming up is everything is coming to the surface to be cleared. And another thing that I've gone back to recently is my Reiki healing. I was attuned and trained in Reiki 22 years ago, and over the years, I've always included it in my actual sessions, though it feels like the Reiki energy is what will help to heal humanity, because it's something that you can give to yourself, and that will also to help you to take your power back. As some of you know, I was trained in Palawa healing in 2004, and because I was told that it's 1,000 times stronger than Reiki because it's more of an enlightenment modality, I kind of pushed Reiki to the side, but now I'm bringing it more to the forefront because it's a tool that will really help people to use for themselves, on themselves, whereas Palawa is more about shifting consciousness, expanding awareness, and connecting all 12 strands of DNA. But if you're not at that level, you just need to get through everyday life, and that's where the Reiki comes in. It's a tool for everyday life and will help you to take back control of your health, your well-being, and also heal anything in your body. And so hello. Oh, okay, so there's lots of messages. Jane, hello. Yes. Good morning from Margaret River. I love Margaret River. It's so beautiful there. So Jane, yes, I will choose a card. Would you like, I'm shuffling the sacred light cards right now. Would you like one of those? And hello, V. Great to have you here. And Michelle and Marty. Thank you. Let me know in the comments if you would like a card reading. And okay, so I'm going to choose one for Jane, who's moved to the west coast of Australia. She's flown the coop and moved to the other side of the country. So Jane, 1, 2, or 3, I'll make 3 piles and let me know. I'll just wait for you for that comment to come through. And okay, 3. Oh, thanks, V. Yes, you're always welcome. And okay, Marty, I'll choose one after you. So, Jane, this is your card. Beautiful card. And it is Temple Secrets. So secrecy, isolation, observation, and ritual magic. Now, I'll share what the message is from this one, and I'm sure it will resonate with you because you're also an intuitive, so you get this. The writing is so tiny. Let me just put some enhancers on. Okay. With sacred ritual and practice magic, a temple holds many secrets about its people and purpose and its ancient traditional practice. Sorry, these are a little bit too strong because I'm in between needing glasses and I'm also in denial. You know, it's like I've got 20/20 vision, but when I'm seeing it's like, whoa, my eyes are hurting. So anyway, temples are sacred spaces that can reveal hidden mysteries about the soul and psyche. When you connect to the divine through temple magic, secrets of the universe can be unlocked and witnessed. The alchemic practice of sacred ritual can be observed through deep chants, devout prayer, and the vows held sacred within the walls of each temple. The secrets held in temple ritual must be honored by the seeker and keepers of the temple's divine and hidden magic. Their sacred light beckons each seeker, igniting past life recall of their spiritual quest. Residing on the green ray, Ascension Master Hilarion asks you to seek and hear truth with open ears. Your spoken word reflects your integrity, so be direct and assertive. Combine your creative and analytical mind to find answers buried in your soul's intelligence. A master of science, Hilarion also asks you to connect further to your inner light through discovery using a methodical, systematic approach to your goals and life quest. Connect further to your inner light through discovery and method, and honor your inner temple with a devout practice. Not everyone sees the world as you do. Ask Hilarion to bring the light of illumination to unveil the path of self-discovery, and be careful of attempting offers from other people as they come with hidden catches. So this is a cycle of justice returns. The cycle continues with a lesson learned. And the affirmation for you, Jane, is I awaken the truth within me. I hear my soul's message clearly. And so does that resonate with you, Jane? And it's interesting that these cards also call in all the ascended masters and, you know, from the keepers of the light. So they're very much working one-on-one in unison. And that's a really powerful message. So let me know if that resonates with you. And especially since you've just moved house, and have you created that sacred space in your new house, which is your new temple, right? So very powerful. Okay, and so Marty, I've been working with connecting to the Ascended Masters. Woohoo, yeah. Beautiful. And that's why I love these cards too, because they're all the ascended masters, gods, goddesses, and very, you know, high beings. And so, okay. So I'm going to go back to the Keepers of the Light and just see which one comes out. Now, Marty, is that you would like number one card, or is that you would like a card reading, and which deck? please let me know. I've got the Keepers of the Light right now, and this is all, yeah, really connecting. So it's got the Ascended Masters, and doesn't matter. Okay. So there's your card, Marty. So it is Elmora, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And very important, especially, you know, with this intense energy, is, yeah, if you are feeling unsafe, just, you know, you can call in the Ascended Masters or the Archangels for protection. And so, Marty, this is the extended message. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. Elmora is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow the light to shine through your entire being, and then call on Elmora and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. So isn't it interesting? We've got the lunar eclipse plus the full moon, and it's, you know, bringing up a lot, but this is all about releasing and letting go and surrendering. And so that's your message, Marty. And I recommend doing a burning ceremony tomorrow night for the full moon. And that will help to release and burn anything that is affecting or coming up for you. So I trust that helps and answers your question. And I also trust that you your health is good, and that you have clarity on that. And so I'm going to choose one more from a different deck. This is the Mystical Journey deck, and I'll choose this for the collective, for everyone who's listening or listening to the replay, because the messages that come through all these cards is quite profound, and it's helpful for all of us. So I'll just choose. And if you are in Australia tomorrow night, I am doing the meditation at 7 p.m. And if you'd like to join me online or in person, that would be wonderful. And I'll pop the link in the comments below. So choosing a card from the Mystical Journey, and I got resistance. Interesting. So what resistance are you holding in your body right now that is creating anxiety or creating any blocks? So the image of resistance card depicts the goddess of inspiration and creativity. She wants to break through your internal resistance and courageously follow your chosen life path. Your breath fills you with inspiration to keep going on your journey, even though you may be constantly distracted from your mission. Focus and stay on your course, even when negative thoughts, demanding relationships, or small setbacks block your path. Just keep going. When this card appears, it means you have a problem with procrastination, and it can also indicate self-sabotage and a fear of failure or success. End the inner struggle of not feeling good enough and push through the resistance you feel. Trying to make something perfect can take away from completing a project. Completed is better than perfect. And I'm sure that we can all relate to that, right? You have a cosmic responsibility to fulfill your life purpose. And though it may not always be easy, it will bring rich learning experiences. Life is a protracted journey, a long song, and either major or minor note upon your path becomes part of a beautiful life symphony. You will be richly rewarded for your persistence. Feel the goddess of inspiration and creativity fill you with fresh motivation to complete your task and walk your path with confidence and joy. Okay, so the action for us all is working on something for at least 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference when it comes to completing a task. Set a timer and work without distraction for at least this amount of time. Little and often will start to add up, and your patience and persistence will pay off. So that is from the mystical journey. That is a message for all of us, and I can totally relate to that because we all live very busy lives, and it's procrastination is one of those things that we can all relate to, I'm sure. And so look at any project that you're currently doing, and like the action said, just set 10 minutes, work on it for 10 minutes. And I really like that little reminder for myself, because I've got a lot of projects always on the go, and it's that persistent and that consistency and that always just doing a little bit each day will help. So let me know if that resonates with you, and especially those who listen to the replay. I'd love to know what is coming up for you. What are you feeling with this full moon energy and the lunar eclipse? It is in Taurus, so if you are a Taurian, you may be really feeling this. I am a Taurian. And so I'm really feeling the energy. And so that's where, check your birth chart to see where Taurus is on your birth chart, and what house and which planets that is. Yeah, because it's affecting everyone, but just some more than others. So if you are feeling a little fragile, that's why. And and lots of self-care. That's what I'm doing right now, is just taking a step back, and lots of self-care. So anyway, any other questions from anyone, let me know. Pop it in the chat, or I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for the meditation. And it will be it's intense, it's amazing, and what comes through, because with the meditations, I channel it in the moment. And so because I'm feeling the energy so intensely, we'll see what comes through tomorrow night. And actually, that reminds me, the new moon meditation that I did last month, I will add to my YouTube channel, and I know I've just remembered I didn't add that one. So, oh, Nina, lovely to see you here, sweetheart. Oh my God, yes, it has been years and years. So thank you so much for jumping on. Great to see you here. So I am live every Monday, and for Magical Mondays at 11 a.m. Brisbane time. So check your times wherever you are in the world with the daylight savings. Brisbane doesn't go on daylight savings. We stay the same. So it is a different time to Sydney and Melbourne, and also my friends in the US as well. And I'm just sending you so much love and many blessings. And see what's coming up for you for this full moon. I recommend writing out everything that you choose to release and burn that. And also lots of self-care, self-love, self-forgiveness for yourself and others, like what came through in the first card. It's all about forgiveness and being kind to yourself, and just, really listening to your heart and what's coming up, and trusting your inner guidance, because the best truth starts in your heart. So when you drop into your heart, and that's where your intuition comes from. That's your inner guidance. Okay. So remember, the heart has 40,000 neurons within it. And it's actually, if you're looking at heart math, it's all connected to our brain. So our heart is like our other brain. And so intuitively listen to your heart and entertain the ego, or what's coming from the mind, because remember, it's just the ego. So just keep dropping into your heart, and you have all the power within you, and just keep trusting and having faith. You've got this. We're all in it together. We're going to ride this wave, this wave of ascension as we're all moving forward in this journey called life. And I encourage you all to stay up on the surfboard and ride those waves. Or if you're going down the river, the white, the river rafting, the currents, well, just flow with it. Flow with it, and you'll have an amazing adventure, and just follow and go with the flow, and just let go and surrender and just trust and have faith. So Paniota, thanks for joining, lovely. Just finishing up now and sending much love, many blessings to you all, and see you soon. See you next week online, or see you tomorrow night for the meditation. Okay, bye for now.